¿Qué queremos? ¿Cuándo? ¿Mañana? ¿Cuándo? All right.
Being declared an illegal immigrant are some words that have hurt me the most, more than any sticks or stones ever will. My family migrated to the United States in 1995. My parents came here because of what they saw in this great country. They saw an opportunity for my older brother and I. They dreamed of us becoming educated, going through the college process, and end up growing old in this country with a stable job and a stable life. Arriving to Carbondale, Colorado was a difficult task that deteriorated the spirit and the hope of our young immigrant family when we had no place to live but the local park a block away from Main Street in Carbondale, Soper's Park. With the staple breakfast, lunch, and dinner set at cornflakes and sliced hot dogs in between sandwich bread, an occasional delicacy of a Lunchables kid's lunchbox filled my brother's and my mouth with a happy disposition and what felt like a full stomach. Even though our lives were not what was expected from my parents' American dream, we certainly did not render us hopeless and pessimistic about the future of our family. All throughout my education, I've been constantly reminded to do one thing. Teachers, parents, friends, presidents, bosses, community members, coaches have all taught me one very important thing: to dream and never let anything stop me from achieving my dreams. It's a little cliche, but it's very true. Today my dream is to go on to college and earn a degree in history along with a teaching certificate. The DREAM Act would give me a path to citizenship, and the Colorado Asset Bill will allow me to pay the normal tuition cost as any other person that lives in Colorado, instead of being seen as someone who has lived here for 15 years, but all of a sudden hasn't lived here any. Does that make sense to you guys? It doesn't really to me.
Graduation from high school is supposed to be a time of opportunity. Unfortunately, for many of our community's young people, graduation represents the end of the road. Even though they have lived in this community for the majority of their lives, their circumstances make it virtually impossible to work or attend college. They do not possess the documentation needed to work, and they are denied the opportunity to further their education. This is simply not acceptable.
I want all of you, and especially Representative Salazar, to support the DREAM Act. All these students are asking for is the opportunity to receive an education and follow their dreams. They want to become the next doctors, police officers, and firefighters. They want to be able to afford an education and not have their legal status and money be the things that hold them back in the pursuit of their dreams.
I'm a high school teacher, so for my students, the culmination of their hard work is to graduate. Currently, for my undocumented students, while graduating from high school is still a huge achievement, it's kind of a bittersweet moment in their life. Up until this point, they've been given more or less the same opportunities as their peers. They've shared classrooms, sports fields, and performing arts stages with each other. They've worked hard to find their place in their new home and to graduate from school. They plan their future and they have dreams. Dreams of going to college, dreams of choosing a career that interests them, dreams of changing the world. But as of right now, very few of these students are given the opportunity to actually make these things happen.
I'm one of those students that have had to put their dreams on hold. When I graduated from high school, I wanted to go on to college to become a mechanic. But due to my status, I can't get a social security number and or driver's license. Another reason why I am not enrolled in college is because of the economy. Since I am not from here, even though I've pretty much lived my whole life here, I have to pay out-of-state tuition, which is much more than in-state tuition. And you might say, why doesn't he get a student loan? Well, that's because I can't. I don't have a social security number. So here I am now with you, the community, my brothers and sisters, who together are fighting to fix a broken immigration system. We need Representative Salazar to stand up for the community, take leadership, and give us a chance to give back to this beautiful country. Thank you.
We need to pass the DREAM Act so that our children can continue to believe in themselves and follow their dreams through college and beyond. About half of the students in our district's classrooms are Latino, and many of those students are undocumented. The DREAM Act would have a huge positive impact on the lives of the kids that we see around us every day in our community. Americans tend to forget that our nation was founded by immigrants. My relatives came to this country about 90 years ago. Other people's relatives may have come 300 years ago or 10 years ago. Unless we are Native Americans, we are all immigrants or descendants of immigrants. We all deserve the opportunity to go to college, work hard, and become contributing members of our country.
Nancy Pelosi and Senator Harry Reid announced that they are going to be reintroducing the DREAM Act soon. They say that they might be able to bring it to a vote as soon as the 29th of this month, okay? So you guys, this is a serious moment in your lives. This is a bill that's on. It's gonna be voted on in any day, all right? So what we need to do is keep up the momentum of what you guys have done today. The DREAM Act is such an important piece of legislation. It would give students in our country who arrive before the age of 16, who have lived here for more than 5 years, who go on to get a GED, it would give them conditional residency, and if they go to school for 2 years, go to college, or go on to get go on to the military, they would then have a path to citizenship. Do you guys want the DREAM Act in this valley? Yeah! I don't hear you want the DREAM Act in the valley.